Okay, I filmed Margaret from the front here, and I just wanted to kind of get a look at what she was doing with the elbow positioning, and this is just so good, and I wanted to show Margaret this. This isn't too much to actually critique. I wanted to see for myself. I had looking at her high elbows from the side view. I wanted to get this on camera, and you can kind of see that the elbow's out and the hand's in a little bit here, and what'll happen is as she comes through, the hand comes directly underneath this side of her body here, and this is exactly what we want freestyle to do. And so I think it's outstanding. I do think that obviously we already talked about the wrist position on the side view, so if you haven't seen the side view, watch that before you watch this. But the wrist positions right about here is kind of getting away from her. She's got to make sure that she pushes that wrist down a little bit. But this right here, this angle with the elbow up and out and the hand underneath the body, that's where the power from freestyle comes from. And this is going to serve her very, very well for years to come. It's something that when we go to Colorado Springs and we're looking at Katie Ledecky videos, they show us this immediately, and it's the exact same thing. So again, I love that. You can see here, look at the wrist, right? The wrist is down, and then it is up. I mean, that's a perfect view of what we need to do with the wrist. We need to keep that wrist down. Okay, and you do see that there, and I don't want her to worry, but you see that her fingers are kind of spread apart. That's what we want. So if anybody tells her that she has to close her fingers, tell them no, and then tell them to contact me, because what ends up happening when your fingers are spread a little bit like that is that they kind of act as webbing. It's not that water actually gets through there; it actually stops, and it acts as a little bit like webbing. So the hand position is extremely relaxed, and the fingers are a little bit wider. That's what we want. When you end up squeezing your hands together, it ends up cupping. And then when you cup, you can't actually catch any water. So, in the future, if anybody comes in and says, hey, make sure that you squeeze your hands, just say no, and you can refer them to me. So I love what she's doing here with her freestyle. We just got to keep that wrist from slipping like that, okay? We got to keep that wrist down and a little bit tighter so we can hold on to that water.